Hello everybody. Today I thought I'd make a video about my vehicle diagnostic tool that I got from China for the princely sum of about 80 something dollars. I bought it about 6 months ago and I never used it. The idea was so that I could find the codes, the fault codes on my old Range Rover and therefore try and either clear the codes or repair the machine myself. I've since found out that Range Rovers, or at least the very first Range Rovers that had OBD2 capability, had their own system, and since OBD2 engine diagnostics became law in the United States apparently in 1996. So that any vehicles, new vehicles produced after that had to have this code reader thing in it. So you could plug a diagnostic tool in and you could read the codes. And it wasn't so much for reading the codes for fixing things that went wrong. It was so that they, as I understand it, it was so that the police could plug in a code reader after an accident and find out exactly what was going on in the vehicle prior to the accident. So that, I think that was the initial reason why they had it. But it'll read all sorts of these electronic codes, and it conforms to a standard now. However, Range Rover started having these in 1995 was the first of this model, a P38 model. Actually late 94, but 95 year. And they had it in and it was really, really unreliable. And I've always just assumed that all P38 Range Rovers have got this unreliable system, but it dawned on me this morning for some strange reason, don't ask me why, must be bored, that my one is a 99 model and it was actually made by BMW with German electronics in it, whereas all the previous models up until 99 had English or British electronics in it. So I thought, well, if it's got German electronics, it might be better, and it might actually conform. And then I remembered once I took this vehicle to the garage, and I asked the mechanic to put his diagnostic tool on just to see what it threw up, because I had a particular problem at the time, can't remember what it was, and it worked. It gave him the right code, and we cleared the codes, and it was job done. So today is my expedition into finding out how I can use my OBD2 reader, and here it is, all the way from China. If you buy these things, like if you buy the proper Range Rover one, you're looking at it over $1,000, and it's got a brand name. I think there's a couple of different brands that work really well with Range Rovers, but they're really, really expensive, hundreds of dollars. I think the cheapest one, like I said, around about $800. So I saw this on Wish, and I thought, oh well, if it doesn't work, at least I can use it on the other vehicles. So I've got a Toyota van and a Nissan car, and it will work on those, I hope. Anyway, I thought it was worth spending the 80 bucks to give it a go, so here it is. Now, I found the port on the car, so now all I have to do is plug it in and see what happens. But first, before we do that, I better read the instructions. Normally I read the instructions after something doesn't work, but I thought, well, since I might blow something up, I better at least have some sort of understanding of how it works. So let me finish reading this and we'll get back to it. Alright, I decided that since it sort of goes, the instruction manuals, like all in manuals, it's a sort of step-by-step thing, we're best to just start. There's the micro, it works alright. And there's the old girl there. I've got the door open. Now, another thing I found out from my mechanic, and also in the book, it says that all of these connection points have got to be on the driver's side of the vehicle. And the first thing you notice with the Range Rover is it's not. There you go. Oh, so we'll hop in now. I know it's on the passenger side, down under here. There it is. There, see? That's the point. That's the plug we have to plug into. Now that's the obviously there's the light, a bit hard to see. Obviously that's the plug anyway, the plug in. So we'll give that a go, poke that in the thing. Some of these readers come with a Bluetooth thingy. You plug it in there and then you can take the screen with you under the engine bay, so you can look at the codes while you're actually working on the engine. But this one doesn't do that, so we'll just do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah. Plug that in. Oh, I see, she's away. Now the power apparently to the device comes from the vehicle electrical system, and it's powered up. Look at that. I don't know whether you can see it. There's a red light on. You probably can't see the red light, but yeah, she's powered up. So what do we do now? Where's the book? I thought it might be easier to sit on the driver's side of the car so we can figure out what to do. Now let's read the book. Right, now we've got to find the vehicle manufacturer. I should be doing this on there, but you can't see it, so I'll just hold it up. Right, so we've got, starts off with generic, then we've got Acura, Alfa Romeo, Aston Martin, Audi, Bentley, BMW, Buick, Cadillac, Chevy. Oh, I might get a BMW later. See if we can find Land Rover, Hyundai, Infiniti, Lamborghini, Land Rover. Here we go. Enter. No definition found. Please select proper model or reference to vehicle service manual. What do you expect, I suppose? Yeah, we'll get back out of there, eh? Let's try. What do we try? Oh, we'll go back to. We'll try. That was chassis. We'll go back to body. See if that works. Land Rover body. Yes. Here we go. So we've got a PCM discrete input speed signal error. What does that mean? Could be something to do with the ABS, couldn't it? I mean, if you use your imagination. PCM discrete input speed signal error. Well, the ABS works on picking up speed signals from the wheels. So if we've got a wheel sensor not working, then that's what it would be. Please waiting. Please waiting. I love that. It's Chinese English. Well, that wasn't very helpful. I've gone on to chassis settings. I set the preference to SAE, which is a Society of Automotive Engineers, who invented the damn thing, and it said vehicle speed information circuit malfunction. So that's interesting. It's a similar message to what we got before. So we must have a faulty ABS sensor, I think. Well, there you go. All I've managed to achieve today is that I've proved that my diagnostic tester doesn't work on Range Rovers, P38 Range Rovers. It gave me some general information which was useless. I still don't know whether I've got a problem with the ABS sensors or the ABS pump or the ABS pump switch, which is really what I was trying to find out. So I guess I'm just going to have to go to a Land Rover repair person, mechanic, who's got the proper diagnostic tools so we can stick it on there and just see. I'm not going to go to a Land Rover dealer because I did that once before and they charged me $200 just to plug the damn thing in. But I know there's another guy here locally that does work on Land Rovers, so he might have the proper machine and he might be able to help me out. Anyway, it's been an interesting afternoon anyway.